All right. So, says we're now live on Behance and YouTube. Hope to God that it's working. All right, guys, I'm checking in. How are we doing on Behance and how are we doing on YouTube? Appreciate the patience, guys. Let's see. And now I hear myself. Oh, God. I don't like it. Okay, there we go. Actually, I'm curious, Julia, if you're still in the chat, do you use Restream to do YouTube and Behance? Because this is a mess when I schedule stuff and it's just not there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask Paco that. Okay, cool. So we should be up and running on both YouTube now and Behance. Thank goodness. Holy cow. Okay, good. Because I had a different Restream, but what happens with Restream is it creates a whole new link rather than setting us up like, rather than if I set like a specific time to go live, it doesn't pick up on the link that I made on YouTube, whereas Behance is different. So I got to figure that out. Anyways, thank you. All right, cool, guys. Let's get back into our programming for today. Holy cow. Finally, when you think you have like it figured out and you don't, it's a hot mess. All right, get my chats back. Boom. Get my YouTube chat back. Boom. Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on, Travel Adventure? What's going on, Vipin? Ralph, what's going on? All right, thank you guys so much for your patience. I really appreciate it. We're still working through the technical difficulties. All right. Let us get into things. All right, so this is what we're working on today. I thought this was super dope. This is by our friend Andre Simon, something in there. Anyways, regardless, his design's beast, and I really want to try to mimic what he's done here because I think this is a really cool effect. I see this as pretty much a trend right now with a lot of very organic shapes, and I kind of want to just rock with you guys today and recreate this. So we are going to, like always, you know, I like to copy. So I'm just going to wow, I had muted myself again. Y'all are the real MVPs for like actually waiting. I realized I was talking to myself for that entire time. Y'all should have music now. Everything should be good. Let me know if the music is too loud. But that should be good. You guys should hear me clearly. I tried to fix the mic issues from last time where I was too quiet. Would love to know what you guys' thoughts are this time. See, audio is good. Awesome, Victor. There we go. Sound off again. Okay, cool. You guys are training me to do this, so I appreciate it. All right, so now back into what we actually wanted to do. Let's get into masking this joint, and back to my question that I asked a million times but didn't realize I was on mute. What are you guys super excited for on yes, Raph. I had to fix it last week because it was a little quiet, and I finally realized what I was doing wrong. So, but I'm excited to hear what you guys have up for the weekend. What are you guys getting into? What are you excited about? Sergot said the music is too low. Is the music too low, guys? Let me know. All right, so I'm gonna just mask this real quick. Dun, dun. And I think that's what happened, guys. My shortcut to mute myself is actually, what's we call it? It's like Control-Shift-M, but that's what mutes me, but also what masks in Adobe XD. So I really do need to change that. And yes, Ralph is asking, where can you get really dope mock-ups to mock up your stuff? That's a great question. So I actually use, just real quick, guys, I actually go to envato.com, where if you guys follow me on Instagram, I have a lot of, I think it's Market, I have no idea. They have a whole bunch of, let's see, let's go to my cart really quick. Mock-ups like this, which are super dope. If you guys, that's loud as fuck. Okay, that hurt my ears. I apologize. If you guys want anything like this, it's super simple and super cheap. It's literally $29 as long as you make amazing designs and you just put this into something like After Effects and you put your thing in there, and it just helps you present your work way better. So Raph, that answers your question there, hopefully. Okay. So I have his design pretty much blocked out, or at least the size of a screen, and we're just gonna start, you know, figuring out this wave pattern that he kind of has. So first, I am going to just start pulling out some blocks here. Turn down the opacity so I can see what I'm working with. And guys, I feel like a lot of people have a, you know, have a fear when it comes to copying to learn. And to be honest, you really shouldn't, because I do this on a day-to-day basis where it's like, oh, I've never done that before. I would really love to know, you know, how something like this was made. And I find people like Andre, and I try to recreate the work because he's obviously a master at what he's done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this to a different color and turn up the opacity just so I can see what's happening here real quick. Turn the opacity down here. I would just want to make sure that my wave here is, actually, I'm gonna take this wave out. There we go. That's much simpler. So I have 2 points, and I basically just have an S curve in each one of them. I can make it more dramatic by pulling this down and pulling this up. There we go. So nice. That's a nice curve. All right. Let's see. I'm checking back in the chat. How we doing, guys? Want to make sure everybody can hear loud and clear that we're having a good day. All right. So we're here. Bring back my background. I'm pretty much going to just do the same thing for each section below. I know it's not 100% exactly what he had, but it's close enough. And pull this down just a little bit. Duplicate it holding Alt. And I am going to double click, pull this anchor point up. I want to make this a different color so I can also see what's happening. Make this teal for right now, or whatever this color is. I'm just going to do the same thing we did to the bottom. I'm going to double click, make sure I get my points here, pull this down, or I think it's down. Let me see. It is, this one is down. Grab this, whoops. Alt, grab, pull down. Click here. I'm just gonna undo all that. Make sure it's flat again. Whoop, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna pull this down to here. I'm gonna bring it to the endpoints. Double click to get my anchor points. Hold Alt so I can grab just one anchor point, pull it down. There we go. Double click, get my anchor points, make it vertical. There we go. And I can just adjust this to make it as fluidy or bendy as I want. Okay. And I can try to match this as best as possible. It's just like a puzzle. So I'm gonna go back in here, pull this up. I keep looking at my phone because my family keeps texting me. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Just double checking chat because it looks like, okay, there's 6 people watching. I was like, oh no, it's quiet. They left. I was like, oh no, the sound just like died somewhere and they just decided to leave. All right, we have 6 people in both places. All right. And let's see. Guys, I can't wait to like, it's been a long week. I just can't wait to relax, play with my cats, and hopefully play World of Warcraft this weekend. Does anybody in the chat, like, do they play, what is it, Animal Crossing? I hear that's like a really good game. I'm not entirely sold on it just yet. Actually, you know what, guys? We're gonna do an easier task. This is what we're gonna do. I've been doing this silly. I'm gonna undo all this really quick. Actually, it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna duplicate this, copy paste. I'm going to flip it vertically and then horizontally. Make it that same blue color. I'm gonna match it with this bottom here. There we go. I'm gonna pull this in. I'm gonna bring in this bottom piece really quick. Let's pull it up. Here we go. Because we don't really care about that. We just want. Here we go. I'm gonna do the same thing to the bottom piece. I'm gonna bring in this piece and this piece, and just connect the difference between these. Here, here, pull this down, pull this in. Excellent. So now I'm gonna just select both and just add them together to unify them. Excellent. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna copy this, drag it to the bottom, flip it, and reverse it. You know what I'm saying? All right, boom. There we go. So we have our 3 sections. Wait, now we sucking diesel? Wait, what kind of cat? I don't know. It's a black and white cat. He's cute and annoying at the same time. You know what I mean? I'm just like, ah. So, welcome to the chat, guys. All right, cool. All right, so this is what we got. I'm going to just change all of this now. These sections to white. I'm going to have one darker one here, like a dark blue here. All right, so we got this. I'm going to take a look back at our reference here and pull that out. And we have a little bit of a hump here that we can add. Super simple. So what I'm going to do is, let's start like this. I'm going to hit E, make a circle, make sure the borders are off, center that, make it the same color as our background or our white segment here. I'm going to unify them, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to double click in. Actually, what should be happening here is, I wonder if, I know it's joining them, but I want to be able to edit the points that they actually make together. So I'm curious if it'll let me. Nah. So let me see. see what we can do, guys. But CRN, what did you mean by we're now sucking diesel? I did not understand that at all. Let's figure this out, guys. This is quite interesting. I want to, because there's a way to do this where I know it's in Photoshop. Let's see. Path. Convert to path. There we go. That's what we want. All right, cool. So now I should be able to edit these with ease. So I'm just going to add a point here. Double click on the point here just so I get my anchor points. Oh, that's hilarious. Now I know a little bit of Irish slang. All right, cool. So I'm going to pull this. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to go all the way back. I'm going to select this and this. Reason being is because when I want to come in here, there we go. You see what I mean? I want this to divot in. Only a little bit. There's gotta be an easier way than this. I think I have an easier way. I'm gonna Control Z all the way. I know the easier way, guys. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna make a bump here, pull this up. Actually here. One more bump there. One more bump there. I'm gonna pull this one up. Double click. And pull these out. Oh, so much easier. Double click here. Pull this back. Pull this back. Let's see, what else we got? Double click here. Pull this back in. Pull this back in. And I'm holding shift so that it keeps its form kind of. I don't like this either. We'll figure that out We'll figure that out. I don't like how that pops up at all. So we're just gonna leave it like this for now. We'll worry about how we get that smooth curvature in a little bit. Or what we could do, which is a little bit easier. Let me see. I'm gonna use a rectangle. Double click. I'm going to double click here, pull this in, turn the border off. We're gonna do this a little strange, guys. This is probably not gonna work at all. All right, anyway, we'll do that last. Minute thing. All right, let's get to the big stuff. All right, we need to get a person's image in here. Center that. And we also might need to recenter this. Ugh. Hey guys, this is actually the whole reason I wanted to do this entire live today is because this is actually something new for me. I have yet to do all these weird organic shapes. So we'll be figuring out how to do this together. Make that large for right now. Here, turn off the border. Make it again, turn it down, make it this color, because this will be the profile picture. Actually going to do inverse. This. Here we go. Wait. Ciaran says 2 more circles outside the corner, make path. I mean, okay. Let's see. Because I know this would make that curve. I don't know. Or is it like this? I don't know. We'll hit a tutorial up on that one. All right, we'll get there. But let's start with, let's get our time. Let's just get our names in there. So day, dream. Let's see. We're gonna do open. One thing that I wish that Adobe XD had, that Photoshop has, is actually being able to see how the font looks. We're gonna go ahead and use Benton Sans real quick. We're gonna use our, not wide black. Let's just do wide bold for right now. I wonder what it looks like this. We'll figure it out as we go. All right, so white. I'm gonna duplicate that. I'm gonna do our thin. Go beyond the form. There we go. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. The first way you had it. We'll go back and do that, Ciaran. We'll see what happens. But one step at a time. I just want to get everything on the page first, and then we can get into the nitty-gritty. So I'm just going to duplicate this for each section. Sensations. Feel the moment. All right. And we're just going to duplicate this for up top. Oh, yeah, I have to change that whole thing. Thanks, my man. I appreciate it. I need to change. I'm actually going to change it right now so I don't hit that again. Where's my mute? Yeah, we are totally turning that off. Alright, we should not have any more mute problems, so I do not want to have to deal with that again. Hey, what's going on, Antonia? Thanks for joining. What do you got? Did you guys go for a run today? What are you guys up to? Is Mike watching with you, or is he stressing at the works? Not yet. Well, I guess that's a good thing. All right, so what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna put my rectangle. I'm gonna cut and put it in. Wait, this is our union, right? Let's see. Take this. I want it to be inside here. I'm going to have to do this again because for some reason it went away. Like this. Make one side opacity. Where? Why did it do that? Man, this is weird, guys. This is funky. Like, I don't even know what's going on right now. Like, what is happening with the image? I've never experienced that before. But we gonna figure it out. Hey, what's going on, Mike? What's up? It's good to see you, man. Well, at least see your text. I want to have a rectangle, man. All right, we have that rectangle. We have linear. Oh, this is annoying. I have no idea how to do. I have no idea why this image is like attached to this. Yeah, I have no idea why. Oh. All right, let's just do this. I'm gonna bring these down. Pull this up. Actually, there's an easier way to do this. And I'm getting flustered. I'm gonna just copy this, and instead of the image, we're just gonna do our fill. And I want the colors to be. There's no audio again? Turn the audio, not the audio, turn the gradient all the way down on one side. There we go. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pull this back over here. And this should be the same. I'm gonna bring this piece up top. I'm going to bring the other Daydream and Go Beyond all the way to the top two. Also need to bring our Meditation and Discover Happiness up to the top. There we go. And I feel like we need to make this just a tad darker just so we can actually read. There we go. Bring that to the other side. All right, cool. Just need to make sure because someone on YouTube was like, no audio. I was like, oh no. All right, we are going to actually make this gradient go a little bit further. Check this out really quick. All right, I want to go back and get this. All right, pull that up to the top. All right, there we go. And I feel like I need to go in this image and move this, or at least make it larger so I can pull this down. Reason being is I want this to be readable, and what we might have to do, actually that might work right there. I think that works. All right, so next, Daydream. This time we're gonna do it right. We are going to do it right. So first step, we want an image. So I'm going to go into, this time I'm actually just gonna go get an image because that other mess was atrocious. So we're gonna go to Unsplash. Let's do beach. Or palm trees or something. Let me see. What palm trees do you guys think we should use? I would really love one that has like some sky, but let me know. Because I want to get as close as possible to what they had here, where they just have like some feathered leaves over top, which would be nice. Like something like that is close. What do you guys think? That's almost close, but I don't want a dark sky. Dun, dun. We're gonna try beach sky. This is a little bit better. Let's see. We're designing for Daydream. I like this one. What do you guys think? I'm gonna copy this. Bring this in. Make it a little smaller. And I'm gonna copy the classic Windows XP palm tree. One day. All right, I am going to, I need to make these things a path. Let's see. I'm gonna unlock this path, add. All right. I hope I can do this mess, man. I don't want to have that issue that I had last time, which shouldn't even be an issue. Yeah, why is that happening? I literally should be able to pull. Let me see. If I decide to pull this in. Oh, okay, so that works. All right, so let's undo that. Let's actually save this. Save it to my desktop. Open up a folder, go to my desktop. And I'm gonna just pull it in. Oh, why not? Why you do this? That is so messed up. Why doesn't it want to go in? Oh, it's a weird file name. Okay, now it's a JPEG. I'm going to go back to my downloads. Go back to XD. Go back to my folder. Thank you. Hoy, man. What in the world? That was a hot mess. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this form really quick because what we're going to do is I'm going to go inside real quick, create a rectangle. Just like what we did with the other one. I'm going to turn off the border. Hopefully I can do this. It's just I want to pull this inside. Great. All right, that works. That's much better than what happened last time. But let's see what happens when I try to do something like this. Yeah, where does the image go? What in the world? That's the weird thing. And then this weird mess happens. I have no idea what that is. Okay, I'm just gonna copy, Control V, and I am going to change the gradient on this, which should be, I want to pick colors from here. See, like this is like super strange for some odd reason when it comes to like, oh, I don't want a solid color either. And guys, this is the thing, when we learn stuff, or even when we think we know what we're doing, like guys, I've been doing design for I think even like high school. So for me to be like not knowing what is happening in a program, it's totally fine. Like this is something I've never attempted before, and I think for anybody who's trying to like improve or just get better, like there is never a time where I'm not challenged, regardless of how much experience I have. Like, I learn so much on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so now we have our little overlay. I'm gonna bring this in, and I'm just going to hit Control left bracket just to push it down our layers. All right, so we got something, and we can always turn up and down the opacity of these things as we feel. I do feel like this needs to be a little bit thicker because it's getting hard to read. I'm gonna do wide, medium, and let's just do wide. I think that might be a little bit easier to read. Maybe. I'm just gonna do, there's light, there's wide. I just want a medium. Why everybody trying to get thick? I don't understand. We'll fix that as we go along though. There might be another alternative that we can do there. All right, sensation, this looks like a little, I guess that's soap. I think it's soap, right guys? Yeah, and Ciaran, I think it's like hidden functionality, to be honest. All right, let's see what else is happening. Also, out of curiosity, guys, do you, because there's like a split audience right now, How many of you guys like popping in on YouTube, and how many of you guys like popping in on what's it called? YouTube. Behance or YouTube? Would love to know. All right, so let's get into our finding our other image. I think that's soap. I'm not entirely sure. So let's find soap. Let's soap. Maybe I kind of like this. So we're gonna open that up. I'm gonna let you guys try to help me as well. I kind of like that soap. It looks sudsy. It looked nice. But I also want some like serene look too. I don't know. It kind of looked cosmic. Let me see. Cosmic. Behance. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys dig the Behance piece. What about my YouTube peeps? YouTube peeps are like, let's check. Let's see what the YouTube peeps have to say. Let's see what they got. Oh wait, I can't display the messages. You know what? This is another thing that's funky. I have to somehow attach. Yeah, we have to figure this out for next week. Because I had a whole bunch of things set up last week where I could get the chat from YouTube to work. I don't know how to get the chat from Behance to pop in here, but. Yeah, a lot of things to learn. Guys. So let's see. I want... What do we want? Maybe that one. Let's see. Night. Picking is so difficult. Feel the moment. What should we do? I kind of want like a nice up front or up close shot of like a really relaxing nighttime. This just looks like, this gives me anxiety for some reason. I have no idea why. Let's see. Let's try this. Let's see what happens here. We're going to save this image to our desktop so that we can actually pull it in. Should have saved. Oh, that's downloads. Where is... Here we go. Pull this in. Oh my god. Is it that weird file type again? Let me see. It is. Why? Why did they do this? Okay, I'm actually just gonna hit the download button so it can actually give me a JPEG. Downloads. There we go. It's so weird, guys. Like, why do they have to be like so specific about? I don't understand. Just let me drag anything in there. All right, I'm just grouping all these up so I can, and making sure that everything's centered. All right, because I now want to just center it to the artboard. Because I know them Jones is not centered. And I know, see, but like they're usually in JPEGs, but these are, well, these are JPEGs because they're downloads. But when I saved them to my desktop, they were GIFs, JFIF. I have no idea what that is. All right, so this last one, I'm just gonna duplicate it, copy, paste, pull it off to the side, you know what I'm saying? And just select our linear gradient. So I'm gonna select colors from in here, this nice dark green, I was about to say dark red. Another green here. And again, I'm just gonna hit that diagonal here. Turn one side opacity all the way down. Pull this back into play. There we go. and I'm going to bring it behind everything. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we have this section here, and this is where we are going to learn how to do this wavy thing, because we need to do it for up here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. Actually, I'm going to make a new artboard. Pull this on, and we're just going to focus on this artboard. We're going to focus on making this. All right. So let me JAWS for Windows by Freedom Scientific. What is that? Let's see. We're gonna do. I really do think that this is the right way to do it. Here, here, here. Let's see. Going to space them evenly. And then I'm going to also hopefully this is right. $31. All right, let's see what happens here, guys. I have no idea what I just did. Yeah, we're just gonna look at a real quick tutorial, real quick. All right. And guys, no shame in this. I do this. Literally 90% of my job is Googling, oh, who's that live? Let's see. Here we go. Nope, we don't do sketch. Let's see. Oh, wow, it was that simple? I'm so upset. Okay. Make a line. Actually, we're gonna make a rectangle. Pull this down. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, Siren. It's a specialist image file type. Got you. All right, so all we're gonna do is we're gonna click inside these sections. I'm going to pull this up, pull this up, pull this down, pull this down, pull this down, and then pull these two up equivalently. And now we just double click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we just gotta fix. Wow. Easy change. So much easier than I thought. All right, here we go. Now I'm just straightening out all of the anchor points. There we go. And I'm holding shift to make sure everything is nice and straight. Okay. All right, there we go. We have our weird wavy thing. All right, let's see what is underneath. We're gonna make this, I'm just gonna make these names really quick. So focus, relax. Can you do it with the top up? Yes, definitely. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. And then we're going to do sleepy. Slap! All right. So we are going to make this gray, pressing I to the eyedropper tool, take this ridiculous border off, pull this up. And I also think it looks like a gradient too. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go to fill, turn on our linear gradient, go here, select this color, go to the opposite side, select the bottom color. Not sure if it's a gradient, but if it is, we got it. All right, I'm gonna send this to the back. Excellent. And now let's just get our, not our squares, our circles. Here, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna copy paste, expand this out just a little bit and turn the opacity down by like 5 and send that to the background so we can show that this is the selected version. All right, so now we have a image icon or a mountains icon. So I'm just gonna go to my plugins, go to my icon for design, type in mountain. Nice. So we have our mountain icon. And that's what I like about the, you know, plugins, because I don't have to go back on the internet and, and really search anything. So it's very nice. And I'm gonna actually duplicate this, make one bigger than the other, select them both, size them down a little bit. Great. Next, we have focus. We're just gonna make 3 little bubbles. Just gonna copy them here. Downsize this. Duplicate it holding Alt. Whoops. Make this small. And this baby is small. And I'm just gonna group everything. Control G, and I'm just going to pull this on over here. And I'm gonna turn the opacity down to, what is it, 3? I'm gonna center this. All right, and I'm gonna do one last one, the moon. I'm gonna type in moon here. Excellent, right there. Control X. Hey, what's going on, Masters of Design? Nice to see you back here. How's it going? Are you excited for the weekend? All right, let's see. We're gonna do width. We're actually gonna do the height, 15 pixels. We're gonna do that here too, just to keep everything consistent. Whoops. We're gonna make sure it's locked so it keeps the resolution or the aspect ratio. All right, so we're gonna turn this down to white actually. Bring this to, was it 30 opacity, 30 opacity, cool. So I'm gonna start grouping all this stuff here. Let's see. I'm just gonna select all of this, control copy, paste. All right, so we have our icons, we have our menu, and something still looks a bit off. I can't really put my finger on it, but it looks like there is a light here. So we're actually gonna do this. So fill, we're gonna go to Radial Gradient, and we're going to position this here and actually select a lighter, a lighter version, and We're gonna move this really quick so I can see what's happening here. So that we have a nice glow happening where it's selected. And I think that's nice. What are you guys' thoughts? How are we doing? Keys consistently. This can be used on Instagram. Most definitely. Let's see. So we have a couple more things to do before we start getting into animation and all that good stuff. Let's see. Let's get a face in here. So I'm going to go back to my plugins. I'm going to get a user profile face, fill with image. I'm just going to rotate through a couple of these. There we go. I'm going to make another circle, or I'm just going to duplicate this. Control C, Control V, make one a little bit bigger. Send this to the back, and all I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to my, excuse me, I'm going to go here. I'm actually going to change this to white. And it's not as thick. So I'm just going to, actually, you know what? We don't even have to do that. Here, we're going to turn on the border, make this white, size it up, and make sure it's on the outside. There we go. Super simple. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually delete this, just like what we did in our bottom navigation. We're gonna do here. Pull this up, double click, widen this out. I really hope this works. So I'm going to pull these in slightly and click here. I'm going to pull this in too. Double click here, pull this in. Here we go. Make these a little bit wider. All right. There we go. Think that should work. Oh, I did that to the top one. Dang it. All right, I need to do it to the bottom one too. So it's just to make sure that they match. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to go into, I'm going to find this second group. Thank you, Tia. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you're really digging it. Remind us what you are using to create this. So we're using Adobe XD here, guys. If you guys aren't familiar, and I am just trying to show you guys how to recreate something like this, and then not just that, but to also how we can animate the on-load animation and all that good stuff. So let me see what I can do here. Control C, Control V. I want our, let's see, I'm gonna go back to our, actually I lied, we're going back to the internet. We went here, we're going here, yes and minus. And we are going to do, we're gonna use this one. We're gonna download it this time, because we're smart. We've learned, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm gonna go to my downloads, wait till it's downloaded, and just pull it in here. Excellent. I'm gonna send that back behind the gradient, and now we should have, still could use some work in there. It's not super perfect. This is the hard part, guys, like making sure that things are working. Let's see. And I also wish that I could, or I can, let's see, I'm gonna try this. Try to make this, whoops. I'm gonna try to make a line that shows me where the center is so I can put this dot that I have here in the actual center. Alright, we're just gonna leave it like this for now. Alright, we're gonna go back to, I'm gonna delete this, I'm gonna copy paste this over. I'm gonna take a look at this real quick. This side is good. This side looks a little funky. There we go. Maybe. All right, copy paste. Cool. Let's get my image, bring it in. Excellent. Push that behind the gradient. And now let's just bring this, what I just do. Copy that and just bring it back in here. Just line it up with everything. Push it back. There we go. I'm just gonna remove it really quick just so I can close or delete the one behind it because we don't need that anymore. There we go. Delete this. Oh, you're Master of Design asks, oh, you're editing with the mask within XD? Yeah, definitely. And let's see. You're asking, where is my partner in crime? I have no idea where your partner in crime is. He's missing. He was not here in today's stream. So next time, you're gonna have to tell him that he's got to come. All right, so here we go. This looks much better. There's definitely some space here. That's centered, but we can tell that there's some spacing things here where it's not 100%. It's close. There's more space on this side and there is less space on this side. So what we can do is we can maybe pull that out just a little bit. But this is the funky part, guys. So, all right, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go into... All right, we'll deal with that later. I could actually maybe increase this just a little bit. All right. Okay, let's now, I'm gonna go back to my plugins. I'm gonna grab these other icons. I'm gonna grab a Wi-Fi one. Let's see. Control X, grab that, pull this in here. White. I'm gonna grab a bell. go. I'm going to make that white. And what I'm going to do for the entire background is I'm going to just grab, not a solid color, I'm going to grab a linear gradient from here. To over here. Looks like there's two different colors. So I'm going to start here, grab this darker color, and then come over here for the lighter. There we go. And we'll see that once we turn off the actual, whatchamacallit. If we actually turn off this background layer thing, you see the actual color from behind. So we'll get there in just a second. I'm going to duplicate this Wi-Fi thing, pull it here, minimize it just a little bit. Go in here, get our battery. Want a full battery. There we go. Just line everything up, make it white. And then we're going to get our, what is this called? It's like our bars or something. Signal. There we go. Hey, what's going on, Dave? Thanks for joining, man. You missed a whole bunch of technical errors again today. I really gotta fix that, man. Ugh. I was like on Behance, but not on YouTube. And then I had, you know, audio mishaps again. It was a real pain. But we're living and learning. So I'm excited about that. What are you looking forward to in your weekend, man? How was your week? Let's see. We're gonna put 3 here. We are going to make this a simple font. Open Sans. I'll make this bold. Whoops. And delete that. Bring this down to size a little bit. Center everything. That does not look centered, so I'm gonna just do it by my eye. That looks about right. Okay, I think I can finally turn this off. Yes, real diamonds are forged by pressure, man. We got a lot of that happening. All right, I think we got one more thing to add. It's the time, it seems like. So I'm just gonna add 9:41. There we go. I'm gonna turn this off. And this was actually kind of bothering me, so I'm actually going to rotate this. We don't need 2 Wi-Fi things. Copy, paste, rotate it, or what is it? Flip it. And we're just gonna make that circle here. Turn off the border. But hoping to catch up on work this weekend because your boys gotta make rent. Word. I've been sick with the flu for the past week. Oh, God, man. Dude, get better, man. Yeah, that sucks. This is not the time to get sick. Or there's never a time to get sick. That's something that will put anybody on their tail. But I'm glad to hear that you're doing your thing and you're pushing through. Diamonds in the rough. As you said. I'm just going to do this. I don't know if that works. I have no idea what it symbolized in the app, but it works. I'm just going to group that and also align it with this time thing. And I'm also going to make it a little bit bigger too. Actually, F it. We're going to delete it. I have no idea what it means. I'm not sure if it really had a reasoning for being, okay, fine, we'll put it back. We'll put it back. I'm going to make a circle again. Turn off the border. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna delete the inner rectangle. Oh, what the hell happened there? Delete the inner rectangles or the inner shapes, just so I have these two shapes and then my circle in the center. That works for me. All right, so we'll keep that. That works. All right, now to size it, make sure it's at least, that works for me. And I'm going to group this stuff over here. 1, 2, 3, group. I'm gonna pull this because I feel this is in the center of everything. This is 46 pixels from the side. This is 40, it's now 46 pixels in some, but it's all right. Cool. All right, finally. Jeez, nuss. All right, we're gonna make these a tad bigger. Just because I think we can. I feel like it gets lost a little bit. But how are you guys feeling on what we have so far? You guys feeling good? Put 1s in the chat if you guys are good. 2 if it needs some work. And just write if you guys have any recommendations. All right, here we go. Here, Benton. I want to see what Open Sans looks like real quick. But in the thin form. Not entirely sure if I dig that. We got Dave's got a 1. Make it pop. Of course, always. All right, I'm just going to change Daydream. I'm gonna copy what's in here. Hey, Kendia. Hey, what's going on, Kendia? Thank you, Tia. I'm gonna delete this. Glad you guys are really helping me out through this. There's been tons of technical difficulties, challenges today that I was not prepared to really have to deal with. I thought everything was good. So I appreciate all of you guys. All right, I'm gonna center that, center this. Good, and I'm gonna do one more. Copy that, copy sensations. And this. Center these two. Delete this. Pull this in. There we go. Okay. I think we need to turn this opacity just a little bit up so I can actually read what's in the center there. There we go. Just changing the gradients just a little bit. Okay. You got a very strange, like, color arrangement here. I kind of want blues, though. Let's see if we can kind of unify the color palette here. I'm actually going to duplicate. I'm going to keep this one here, and I want to try another one where I kind of try to unify everything. I'm going to go back in here, turn the opacity down on one end, and do the same thing over here. Oops. Get that blue. Other side, you can get that blue again. Turn the opacity down. All right, this one definitely looks a little bit darker compared to this one. And what is going on here? There's something behind there that... Oh, I see. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to pull this down. This should have worked. Oh, that's just the gradient. Pull that down. So I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to click inside my rectangle here. I don't want to make that bigger. I want to hold. And this is a pain. There we go. That's what I want to pull. 1, 2, pull that down. Okay. Selecting all my icons, all my other stuff, pulling this up. Okay. There we go. Much better. Much better. And all right, there we go. Let's see. That looks a little dull. This looks a little bit more vibrant, in my opinion. Would love to know what you guys think in the chat. I'm just gonna make this one change that I already made over here. Bring that all the way to the bottom. There we go. All right, so now we're just going to get into some animation, guys. So this is where we want to get. Now let's kind of decide how these things populate or how these things animate in. So I'm gonna make two artboards here. And first off, I'm gonna go inside this and just push this and push this gradient aside. I'm gonna go in here really quick, scale this up, push this down, and then bring this back in. All right, reason being is I kind of wanted this word not to be so much in the rocks as it is over here where it makes it difficult to read. It's actually still difficult to read, so I'm gonna go back in, scale it up a little more, push it down, and bring that back in. All right, cool. And I'm gonna just delete that, duplicate this so I don't have to redo it manually on the other one. And okay, let's try. So first things first, I think a simple approach would be to, I'm gonna go ahead and Control K, make this a component. I'm gonna delete this again because I don't wanna have to make the other side a component. So now over here, this whole thing is a component. And what I'm going to do is make it so that before we even get here, I'm gonna pull this down. I'm gonna just pull everything down. I'm gonna make another state, just new state. So default state, we're gonna make it so that, and I'm gonna make this state 2, okay? So I'm just gonna pull everything down. Duplicate this here again. Make this stuff still be at the bottom. And then in this stage, I want everything to finally just get into place. So let's see what we have here. I want this to come off the screen just a little bit, opacity 0. I want this to leave the screen over here, or come into the screen over here, opacity 0, and I'm gonna bring this off to the screen and turn the opacity 0. And I'll show you guys what exactly that does in just a second. I'm gonna turn this to I'm actually gonna bring this up. So this is what will happen. I'm gonna go to prototyping. I'm going to bring this arrow over here, and I want the trigger to be a time. I want the delay to be 1 second, transition to be auto animate, and our easing to be snap. I'm gonna do 4 seconds, 0.4 seconds. So this is what we should be looking at. I'm gonna do that one more time. It's a little fast. I'm gonna also make when we click this photo that everything goes back. So tap, and everything should be the same. We have our auto animate, we have our snap, and we have our 0.4. There we go. Go back. There we go. Everything loads in. We might have to uncomponentize this. I think that might be the case. So we're going to go back here. We're going to uncomponent that, uncomponent this, uncomponent this, because what I want to have happen is I want this nicely to smooth, like scoot in, just like our other things have. I'm going to replay that. Yeah, just how it appears, we don't want that. So it means we kind of messed up somewhere. So I'm going to delete all this. And when that typically happens, it means it's there's a layer mishap happening, or a layer, not named correctly. So I'm going to take how we want things to end up and just copy it back into all of our, all of our layers here. Now I'm going to select all these, pull this down. Select all these, pull these down as well. Same thing here. Pull. Actually, I want these to be pulled down. And I'm going to go back here. I want focus. And I think I've told you guys, if you've followed me on other live streams, the further that you have your items away from the artboard, the later that it actually comes in. So I want focus to hit first on the artboard, reflex to animate next, and then our sleep to animate in. So let's see what we got so far. There we go. Let's watch again. There we go. It has a nice little bounce. It went 1, 2, 3. There we go. Cool. So next we want these to come in. How do I want these to come in? Kind of the same way. So I'm going to have my bubbles come in here. Bring all these down. That's another thing with what you have on the artboard. If you pull it off, it just pulls off the artboard. It no longer exists on the artboard. So you have to kind of do this in a way where, it's super simple to do something like this, but you don't get the differentiation in animation. You actually have to group stuff so that things can still be on the artboard and you can pull them way off and they're still seen as being on the artboard. So what we're gonna do now is another time trigger, and I'll show you guys that if you're curious. I'm gonna pull this out here. Again, we're gonna do another timed thing. We're gonna do 0.4 seconds. We're gonna do auto animate, and our snap will be 0.4 seconds. So let's see what we got. Well, something happened. All right, let's see. We want 0.4 seconds. Oh, I know what happened. these should be in place finally. There we go. That's why I was like, what? Why is nothing happening? It's because we didn't have them there. All right, great. Now what we want to change now is we want these actually, we're gonna push them all the way back, bring them all the way to the front so that they animate underneath the navigation, not on top. So we're gonna do that for each of these instances. Send it all the way back. Send it to the front. I wanna see when they get, there we go. Once they get to the front, I wanna send it just directly below that. I'm gonna do the same thing here. All the way back, bring it up until it's one layer below the navigation. Okay, now this should work. There we go. We'll play that again. Make sure that this sends us to the beginning. There we go. Reset. Things come in. This animation comes in next. It's a little slow, so we're just going to speed it up just a tad. 0.2 seconds. I'm going to start from the beginning again. Replay. Nice. And we can make it even quicker animation if we wanted to. We can do 0 delay or 0.1 delay. There we go. And now what we can do from here is, let's say if we have a, we don't even have to make another one. We're just going to go in here with this. And what we can do from here is we're going to make it a component. When it is hovered on, right, we're going to make a hover state. Thanks, Tia. I appreciate it. It is nice and smooth. So now that we've made a component, we have our default state, which is this, and on hover. When it's hovered, we want to click into this background, and we kind of want to make this ellipse larger here, and turn up the opacity just a little bit. And I also want to raise this just a tad bit. So there will be a difference between default state and hover state, or a pressed or tap state, right? So if we're here, again, we are on, what is it? We are in mobile, so there isn't really a hover state, but there is a tap state. So that could be when you actually tap on the icon. So let's actually make it so that we can switch between the focus, the relax, and sleep, and we'll see what that looks like. All right, so I'm gonna make another. Actually, yes, I'm gonna make another artboard, and I'm going to make it so it's on the default state. I'm gonna make another one. Whoops. Let's see. Untapped. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna turn let's see, opacity to 30. I'm gonna turn the background of that to 0, and I'm gonna make these mountains white. Great. Oh wait, hold up. Oh no, I'm in the right. All right, okay, there we go. So now what we want to do is now I have 3 different states. I have this state, I have our hover state, and I have our untapped, which is good. So I'm going to go back to the default state, and I am going to make this the untapped state. And now we're going to work on making the actual hover state for these. So I'm going to copy paste an ellipses, make sure it's at the bottom or behind the icon. I'm going to turn it to full white. Turn the opacity all the way up. Select our moon icon, actually duplicate it, make it black. And I am going to actually make another ellipse. Pull it to behind and expand it a little bit. There we go. And make sure we have that nice little opaque circle behind it. Next, we're going to do the same thing with focus. Duplicate this one. We are going to go to relax. We're going to make it untapped. I'm going to go in here, duplicate our ellipse. Make sure that we bring this opacity all the way up. We're going to duplicate my icons here, open up the folders, turn all of my little bubbles black. I'm going to go back into, I'm going to duplicate our ellipse. I'm going to scale this up just a little bit. And remember, opacity down to 30. There we go. Here, scale this down just a little bit. There we go. All right. So now we have the pressed or the selected version of each one of these. And we are just going to, we have this one. And of course we don't have the actual pages selected, right? Or we haven't changed the actual screens. So what we might want to do is let's pretend, I'm gonna do something cool. So we're just gonna pretend something. We're gonna pretend that this says meditation or lies. All right, this is what we're gonna do. When I select, let's see. So we're here, we're already on this page. When we select focus, I want these items. Whoops. Let's see. I just want to select these items here and this. Bring it up. All right. I'm going to copy this. All right. And what I want to have happen is this opacity turn down. Actually, we'll deal with that later, because that actually we have to do a lot of different things to make sure that works. Let's just test this first. So if we click on sleep, go to prototype, we want to go here. If we click on focus, we want to go there. Let's see what that looks like. I want to make sure that our transitions are fine. Auto animate, snap, Good. And snap 0.4. Cool. All right, guys, let me take a break. How are we doing in the chat? Are we digging it? Do we feel a certain way? How are we feeling? There we go. If we click this, we go back here. Click this, we're going back there. And now I'm just connecting all the dots here. If I decide to click that there, boom. If I decide to click on sleep here, I want that. Focus. Here. Oh, wait. All right, so let's check what we got. Focus, relax, sleep. Very simple, guys. All right. All right, Dave's out here saying looking good. All right, there's something I want to try. I'm a little worried about it because of how I layered things and with the time that we have, because we got 10 minutes. So let's just see if we want to do, let's do, I'm just going to do this just for concept's sake. It's not going to make any sense. So when we click on sleep, I want this entire section of daydream to expand. Okay, so I'm going to get out of prototype first. I'm going to pull, not my gradient, the one behind it. There we go. I'm going to pull it up. Pull this down. What's happening here? There's a better way to do this. Hold on. I'm actually going to select inside. I want the actual anchor points. All right, we're going to take this off real quick. All right. This is like the hardest part with dealing with masks in Adobe XD. I'm not even gonna lie to you, especially when you're dealing with photos and stuff. I'm just trying to click on the mask. Okay, but I want to edit it. All right, thank you. Whew. All right, I'm going to pull this all the way up. And do the same down here. Select all this. Drag all. Why is it doing this? Select these two, just dragging them down. Thank you. Whew. Dear Lord. All right, T, I'm glad you're feeling good. All right. Now I can bring back in my gradient. Easily expand this, or just click on it, unblock it. Grab these two anchor points, pull it up, holding shift. Same thing down here. Pulling these bottom anchors all the way down, holding shift. And I'm going to make these titles go 0. And I'm going to move this down to the top. Or up to the top. And what's interesting is fell into another problem here because we need this navigation. So maybe I can push all this down. Take this, push this down even further. This is gonna mess a lot of stuff up. I can tell you guys that right now. Ugh. This is a hot mess. I'm just gonna undo all this real quick. What is the easiest way to go about this? This, and then I'm just gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna select all of this, Control C or Control X, move these pieces back in, Control paste on top. Okay. But now we need to make sure that this is on top so that the animation comes, or these icons come from underneath. All right. I'm gonna bring that to the top. Bring this to the top, and I have to do it to every single thing so that it animates correctly. So let's try this out. I know it's going to be buggy somewhere. Huh. Okay. It's not that buggy. Now when we go back, if we click on focus, we're going to go here. All right, let's go back. Check this out. Sleep. I actually don't like that snap animation, or let's see what we can do here. If we go here, snap is 0.4. Let's see if we can do like a ease in and out, and let's do like a 0.8 seconds. Let's see what happens there. Woo! Excuse me. All right, let's check this out. I still love that, you know, the hover effect. Got our sleep. That was much better. It was much smoother. And we're gonna fix that the going back. So we got that nice smooth animation. Let's see, on the way back, right, we want to do auto animate. We're gonna do the same thing, ease in and out, 0.8 seconds. There we go. Whew. Excuse me. Now I'm gonna do one last thing because we're ending very closely, or very close to ending. All right, this is the message. This is how you relax. Let's see. We're just gonna do something really weird. Border up, make it white. And we're finagling with this stuff, guys. This is, you know, we're just adding stuff just to add stuff at right now. Just because we're almost towards the end of our stream today. I'm going to cut out the difference of this. Oh, why did I do that? I want the exclusion. That's just so weird. I just want... That's so weird. Let's see what I can do. Path, convert to path. You know what I mean, guys? I just want what's not there. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so weird. Okay. That's fine. Maybe we can do this. It's probably not. No, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. I'm gonna add an emoji. All right, let's take this one. Copy. Oh, let me edit in Photoshop. Take all that black out. Save it. Excellent, and it should be just fine. Actually, I'm gonna send this up. Zero this out. Copy this. Bring this here. Zero that out. So that what's gonna happen is when we go from here to here, this title is gonna animate from the center up, and this face will appear as well. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Bring this down. Turn the opacity to 0. And this is what is gonna happen, right? So we're here. I'm gonna click sleep. There we go. So that's that. I'm glad, Nyla, I'm glad you like the workaround. We've been working around a lot of things today. It's been a very interesting day. And so as you guys can see, there's a couple other things like going from the focus board to the sleep. We haven't made that transition seamless where we've done the transition between relax and sleep. So now we're gonna go to our focus page really quick, which is right here. And we're gonna bring over our title and our emoji that we have over here that we've turned down to 0 for the opacity. And we're just gonna copy and paste the 0 opacity version over here as well. Yeah, Anezka. There we go, Anezka, yes. You missed quite a bit. We're literally ending in a few minutes here, and I'll show you guys what we have in just a minute. So this is what we got. So we're starting here. Loads in. I'm actually gonna redo the animation for you guys so you see it. Loads in. We did a nice little initial tap animation here. Obviously there is no hover states in mobile, but I wanted to show you guys that this is possible. If we click on sleep, this is what happens. Nice little animation up. Take yourself to sleep. Going back to relax, comes back in. And then we have our focus, which really doesn't change anything. We haven't done anything with that. But, from relax to sleep to focus. Ooh, that's what we want to do, the timing. So we're going to go back to prototype. Going from here, we don't want the snap animation. We want the ease in, ease out, and also to extend the animation so it's smoother. And let's see. We kind of want to do that for all of these because that is a smoother animation. 0.8. Oops. All right, let's see where we're at now. So we're in sleep, boom, very nice. Relax, goes in, focus, nothing, sleep. There we go. So that's all we got, guys. Just very smooth animations. If you guys were here in the beginning of our chat today, it was a hot mess. I appreciate you guys dealing with the technical difficulties of the, of the sound, the muting. I appreciate you guys so much for sticking through and also, trying to deal with being live on Behance and YouTube at the same time. There's still a lot of stuff I have to figure out in terms of production to make sure it's seamless immediately when I get on. So I appreciate you guys with your patience, and this concludes today's chat. So I appreciate you guys. very much. If you guys want to see, I'm going to show one last time. We have our animation in. Navigation animates in. We have our little hover state. Although I do know this is mobile, I just wanted to show you guys. We have our sleep. Boom. Go back to relax. Have our focus. And we just did the tap state of that, or the active state of that. We really didn't do anything there, but ooh, from sleep to focus. We need to change that. From sleep to focus. So we're just gonna click this. Ease in, ease out, 0.8. All right, now that should be good. To focus, nice and clear. There we go. Relax, sleep. Good, awesome. All right, guys, thank you guys so much. Just looking at the chat real quick. Hey, Dave, thanks for coming as always. Nezka, hopefully we'll make next time from the beginning. Yes. And if you guys are not familiar with my newsletter, I'm going to just put it in the chat really quick so you guys can make sure you are up to date when we go live from the get-go. All right. Give me a second, pulling it up. If you guys want, I'm going to put it both in the Behance chat and in the YouTube chat. If you guys want to join that, super simple. Join it. But 15 minutes before we go live, I send out a mass email to you guys to let you know that I'm going live. And it's as simple as that. So I hope you guys have an amazing Friday afternoon. If that is your afternoon or evening, just have a good rest of the day. I'm super excited about next week. And even if you missed the entire show of this, this will be turned into a quick speed design video for my Instagram. So you'll see it there. So with that said, guys, until next time, peace.